What's up, everyone? And today I'm bringing a deck profile on my Dual Avatar. Dual Avatar is a deck that came out recently in Phantom Rage, or at least recently as a recording of this video. It might be a week or two after recording before it's uploaded, who knows. It was a cheap deck, so I figured, why not get it and do a deck profile on it? And it's a pretty interesting deck, not gonna lie. It works in a very different way. It's a fusion-based deck, but it's also a token spam deck, but the token spams only work for fusion monsters. And before we get into the deck profile, I just wanted to let you know, vote for which deck you'd like me to do a deck profile on this month. Who knows, might just win. And without further ado, let's get into the deck profile. First off, I run 3 Dual Avatar Feet Kokuko. It's got a bit of a weird name. As well as 3 Dual Avatar Fists Yuhi. As far as Dual Avatar Feet, if this card is normal special summon, you can add 1 Dual Avatar trap from your deck to your hand and during your opponent's turn. If face-up Dual Avatar monster you control, except Kokuko, I'm probably butchering the name, is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon this card from your hand. Then you can apply this effect. Destroy 1 Dual Avatar monster you control, and if you do, special summon 1 Dual Avatar fusion monster from your extra deck. And then you got Fists, you can target 1 Dual Avatar monster you control, destroy it, and if you do, add 1 Dual Avatar spell from your deck to your hand. If a face-up Dual Avatar fusion monster you control that was fusion summoned using an effect monster as material destroyed by battle or card effect, while this card is in your graveyard, you can add this card from your deck to your hand. So essentially you start with Yuhi, and then you want this one in your hand, so during your opponent's turn, let's say they just try to destroy the Dual Avatar fusions, you can have this in your hand, and then you can special summon it, and you can fuse during your opponent's turn, so pretty good. And that's it for the Dual Avatar monsters. Yeah, the Dual Avatar only have 2 main monsters. And the rest is, well, just a bunch of hand traps, such as 3 Ash Blossom, 3 Effect Veiler, 3 Nibiru, and 2 Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbits. Yeah, since I have, there's a lot of open space in this deck, considering I think there's like 6 Dual Avatar monsters, or no, Dual Avatar cards, and like 3 fusions. There's a lot of extra space, so, you can't go wrong with hand traps. And when you run a whole bunch of hand traps, it's harder. You're more likely to see multiple. Next, I run 3 Perfect Sync U-Turn, as well as the 1 Terraforming. When Perfect Sync is activated, you can add 1 Dual Avatar monster from your deck to your hand, and if you control a Dual Avatar effect monster, you can special summon 1 Dual Avatar Spirit token. While sadly, unfortunately, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except fusion monsters. This is still a really good deck because there are 3 Dual Avatar fusion monsters. And while I would say they're exactly like the most powerful of fusions, like I wouldn't compare them to like Colossus, Dragon Buster, etc. They're definitely not that bad. So, and unfortunately in a Dual Avatar, you gotta stick with the fusion because all the token summoning restricts you into fusions. So that's just the unfortunate part of it. But you can get those fusions out really easily. So there's a plus there. Next, I run 3 Dual Avatar Defeating Evil. Target 1 Dual Avatar monster you control and 1 card your opponent controls. Destroy them both. And if you destroy a Dual Avatar fusion monster you control by this effect, you apply 1 of these effects. You can either draw 1 card or banish 1 card from your opponent's graveyard. So either draw 1 or DD Crow your opponent. Or call, same thing. I'd say this one kind of depends on whose turn it is. Like if it's your turn, you probably go for the draw 1 effect. If it's during your opponent's turn, I'd definitely go for the banish effect because that can really, like if you're going against a combo deck, that can really hurt your opponent mid-combo. Next, I run 3 Dual Avatar Invitation. For Dual Avatar Invitation, you can discard 1 card, and if you do, special summon as many Dual Avatar Spirit tokens as possible. While for the rest of the turn, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck except fusion monsters. All tokens you control cannot be tributed and are destroyed during the end phase. After you summon these tokens, you can apply this effect twice. Fusion summon 1 Dual Avatar fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as fusion materials. So if you want to, you just immediately fuse those tokens away. So that's pretty good. Like I said, while it does restrict you into Dual Avatar fusions, it gets them out real easy. Next, for a little bit of draw power, I run the 2 Pot of Desires. I also run the 1 Rhoda since they are warrior monsters. the one instant fusion, since one of the fusions is level 5, I think it was. Yeah, 5. As well as the one Monster Reborn. Now moving on to traps. I run 3 Dual Avatar Compact and 2 Dual Avatar Return. As for Compact, during the main phase, banish 1 Dual Avatar spell trap from your graveyard except Compact, and this card effect becomes that card's effect. So you essentially make this become any of your spells or traps. So let's say you want to banish, for example, Dual Avatar Invitation. It essentially becomes another copy of Invitation. Or let's say you want to go for Defeating Evil for the banishing play. This can also be an extra copy of that. So it's just extra copies of your spells and traps. Dual Avatar Return, you can target 1 Dual Avatar monster graveyard, special summon it. Then, if its original level is 4 or lower, special summon a Dual Avatar Spirit token. This is again, like just a token generator, kind of a Monster Reborn, so you kind of have like 3 Monster Reborns. Moving on to the extra deck. I run 3 Dual Avatar Fists, Armored Agyo, as well as 3 Dual Avatar Feet, Armored Ungo. As far as Armored Agyo, that's a weird name. If this card is special summon, you can target 1 attack position monster you control, destroy it, and this card cannot attack directly for the rest of this turn. That's fine. And once per turn, while you control a Dual Avatar Fusion monster that's fusion summoned using an effect monster, Dual Avatar Fusion monsters you control gain 300 attack and defense. And then you got Dual Avatar Feet, which I like Feet more than I do Armored Agyo. If a Dual Avatar Fusion monster you control be destroyed by a card effect, you can destroy 1 Dual Avatar monster you control instead. During the main phase, you control a Dual Avatar Fusion monster that was fusion summoned from using an effect monster. Quick effect, you can target 1 face-up monster your opponent your opponent special summon from the extra deck, negate its effect until the end of turn. So that's really good for disrupting your opponent. Next, I run the 3 Dual Avatar Empowered Kongyo. Kongyo, if this card battles your opponent, cannot activate cards or effects until the end of the damage step. And if this card attacks after damage calculation, you can return 1 monster your opponent controls to the hand. So it's really good at bouncing your opponent's monsters and preventing any damage effects. And when your opponent's spell trap card effect is activated that targets this card on the field, while you control 2 or more fusion monsters, quick effect, you can negate the activation. So this is really good for against spells and just spells, yeah, against spells and traps. Next, mostly is just some generic extra deck monster stuff. Like if you want to play like a super polymerization packet, that's an option, but I don't think super polymerization is really a good strategy right now. Mainly because the top decks are Infernobles, which is fire. Not any good super poly targets for that. Dinos, you got Starving Venom or Triventrium. I can never pronounce that name right. And you also got Dogmatica, which is mostly lights. There aren't really any solid super poly targets right now. So I think just going with like Lynx is better. I run the 1 IP Masquerena, the 1 Nightmare Phoenix, the 1 Unicorn, the 1 Appaloosa, the 1 Axis card, and also run 1 Cyber Dragon Infinity. And yep, that's going to be all for this deck profile, and yep, I'll see you in the next video I make. Bye.